Here our endpoint is ready. We just need to hit that and let us make the URL request. Same thing we need to follow, whatever we did here. We need to follow same thing, but only difference here is we need to specify the method type.
We are not seeing your screen now.
Yeah, whatever we have used here, we need to use the same thing. But only thing is we need to change the method name. Okay, how to change the method name here? We use the same thing. Here we are having endpoint. This is final URL endpoint. Final URL endpoint, which is a string, which is taking string here. All these things you just remove. Anyways, let us do this. URL, this is clear. URL we are creating from the string and URL request. Make this where here URL request dot HTTP method. This is what you need to specify. HTTP method, there are 4 methods, right? Here we need to delete. We are trying to delete it. This is where exactly you specify. Actually, the URL here to fetch the information about the user is same, as well as to delete the user also. The URL is same, user/2. Only the method is different. This makes actual difference at the server side. At the server side, it checks the method type. Whether it is get. Get means it returns you the information. If it is deleted, it deletes the information. Let URL session equal to URL session dot shared URL session dot data task with request. What is the request? URL request completion, where we are getting data response error. Here data is nothing in our case. For the, if you see the response for the delete, user delete, the response is empty, but only the response code, the status code is 204. When it is 204, you can consider that as delete. Okay, how to get that? If let response equal to response as HTTP URL response. HTTP URL response. If response status code, let status code response dot status code comma status code equal to 204. If it is 204 means completion success, which is true. Else completion, which is false. Some error occurred. If we have the documentation, we can see what error, like for 404 general errors, we can select 404 means 400. 400 means the URL is not ready. Internet issue 1001 in case of internet failure, etc. Let status code instead of okay. I can directly check this time. This is not optional, so that I can directly check if response dot status code equal to 204, then it is successful. Escaping closure, again do the same thing. It is escaping closure, which is escaping closure. Perfect. Let's run it. We are trying to delete user number 2 from the video load itself. We are not hitting any button from the video load itself. We are doing that. Run it. Okay, user number 2 we are deleting. Let's remove this. User list we got here. Remove this. Here table we are reloading. Remove that, not required. which is not executed. Why? There is a reason. That is, we need to resume it, right? URL session dot resume. Not there. URL session has no resume. Yeah. Let task or data task. Data task dot resume. Okay. Not URL session dot resume. Data task dot resume. We got the information here. We can print the response and see. Response kind of all these things. What is the status code? Status code is 204. That is what we are reading here. Successfully deleted the user. Okay, what I'm trying to say here is sometimes the URLs will be same, but the method name is the HTTP method name is different. This makes actual difference. If you simply say like this, and what it gives you the user information about the user ID too. Only the method is making difference here. The method delete is deleting the actual resource from the server. Methods also important. Even status codes also very important. And creating the user. Create user. For creating user, what it is expecting to see. Create means post. For creating user, it is expecting a dictionary which contains name and job. Let me create that structure. Struct. User post record. User post data. Okay. User post record, which is codable again, or I can simply put encodable. Here we are using codable, right? Codable contains encodable and decodable. We have decoded the JSON into the Objective-C Swift objects. Here we are encoding. Encoding is converting our Objective-C like Swift objects into the data format. Or else you can also use codable completely. What it contains? Name and job, right? Let name is a string. Let job is again string. Okay, this is the data which we need. And here, wherever I'm creating from here itself, let new user record, new user equal to user create request, user post record, user create record. You can simply make it clear. User create. User create request. User create request. The name here, name is trainer. User is ready. Now go to HTTP client and create a method. Write a method. Fun. Create user. Yep. Request. What is the request? The user create request. From completion. On completion, what we get? User create response. This is user create response. What we get is name, job, ID created. Already we have that. It seems. User against name, email, job is not there. Let me create a user struct user response, which is codable again. What it contains? Name, which is a string. Let job, which is a string. Let ID, which is integer, which is in double quotes. Double quotes means it is string only. Let me put integer and try. Let created at, which is string. See what kind of error we get in case a string we are receiving. I'm just returning two values. I am returning. One is user response, comma, also boolean. User response also boolean. It may or may not be possible. May or may not be possible. User might be created or might not be created. There can be error also. That is the reason I have put optional. Okay, let base URL. How to get the base URL? This is how we get environment dot get base URL for the environment. You get a base URL. What is the actual URL here? For creation, just users is the URL. Let final endpoint equal to base URL plus users. This is what the endpoint which we need, and we have data, right? Let me create URL request where URL request equal to URL request of URL, which is URL of type string of final endpoint URL. Final endpoint URL. Okay. This is perfect. Now URL request. We need to specify HTTP method. What is HTTP method here? Create, right? Posting it, and also we need to send some information, right? That HTTP body. What is the HTTP body? HTTP body is the data, not directly a request information. User data, or else request also can put for your understanding. I'm just putting. You cannot directly put this. This is expecting data. This is a codable dictionary, codable structure, which is not compatible. So what we need to convert this into data. How to convert that into data? Let user data equal to try again here. We have used JSON decoder, right? Now JSON encoder. Encoder of see, I don't know. Encodable protocol here. What is encodable protocol? Encodable protocol, let you ask me. This is user data. If try, we are simply converting our user model into data. Now assign that. Simple. Once it is successfully converted, the rest of the thing is same. Let URL session equal to URL session dot shared. Let data task equal to URL session dot data task with request. The request is URL request. Completion equal to data response error. And we will do whatever we need here. Data task dot resume. Perfect. And here we need to check what is the information we are going to get. If it is 201, we are going to get this record. Okay. Let's if check data, if no error equal to nil, there is no error. If let data underscore data equal to data undali, data also should be existing. If let response equal to response, and just differentiating it, response as HTTP URL response. comma, status code like underscore response dot status code equal 201. Completely successful. Then we need to get the record. How to get the record here? Database use, but not we'll use the data. How to get the user record? This is what we get from the data. How to do that? User record data. User created request, user created record. Anyways, something try it for this like JSON decoder now. Decode. What is the type here? User create request user response dot self from the data, which is the data. If it is successfully converted, now we can call completion user record, comma, nil. Nil means failure. No failure. Basically, nil means success. We can also put nothing here. Else. Completion handler. I am passing record is nothing. Record is nil, no record found, and here I can say false. Failure. Anything you can pass here, whatever requested. And escaping closure, right? All right. Escaping closure is very, very important. You will definitely face a question. Setting this and all, you will not get any questions, but you need to understand what is it. Right. Closures. Perfect. Here Boolean. Perfect. Everything is perfect. Let me repeat. I am getting the URL based on the environment and adding my final resource and final URL here, converting that into the URL request. I am setting what kind of request it is. It is post request, and converting our information into the user record structure model into the data by using just encoder here, and creating a session here, appending that, attaching the user record here, URL session here, preparing a task here, resuming it here, checking. Once it is successfully executed, we're checking if there is no error and it has some data and the response code is 201, then we got a successful response, and converting that by using JSON decoder. The conversion is user response.self. If it is failure, we are doing that. Let's go to vController here. HTTP client dot share dot create user request is this is the one here. User data or else user record is success. If user record not equal to nil, you can say is let underscore user record. If user record is available, I'm just printing it and showing it on the user interface. Else failure, you can show alert. Showing alert. What I do is I'm just commenting this. I'm just selecting. I don't want to execute the previous things. Even I'm commenting this. Yeah, these two comment. While I'm trying to see the create user request. See how it gets executed. HTTP client. Go here. Put it here. Go here. One more thing is here. Perfect. Here one. Run it. It came here. We can see the base final endpoint URL / users is the one. Converting our object, our user data print object user data. User data is having this print object user recorded data. It is converted to data object. URL session data task, resuming that we got a response here. We got a response, checking for error. There is no error. There is some data. Response code is 201. Okay, let's try to convert that. It came to failure block. It came to failure block. Why? Let's see. I don't know. Even sorry. It came to failure block. We have used here try question mark. Maybe something else wrong. Let's see. While converting, it is failed. Right? The reason, actual reason is I know. Actual reason is here it is string. I'll also show you by putting int how to know what exactly is the error. Came here, came here. JSON decoder again fail. It is unable to convert. Not sure why. Anyways, 201 only we got. Name job and created. User response dot self. Perfect. I don't know what response we're getting. Let me try this way. JSON object. First thing is, let us do this. Do and put everything inside. Here, whenever you are using do, you don't need to put try here. And I'm doing it. Catch it. Print. Error. Let's print this data. To catch. Perfect. Do this thing for this. For this. Yeah, perfect. We're getting some error. Let's try to read the error first. It is actually unable to convert to the user record. See what went wrong. We are also getting some data. But, what is the error? Here, key not found. Failed to load on this one. Key not found. String value. Name. Nil. Encoding. There's no value associated with key. Name. Int value. Nil. Name underlying nil. Yeah. Here we are taking everything as a string. We are taking everything as string, but we are adding some optionals as well. That's it. See what exactly we are getting here. No value associated with key name. Name came to value ledantundi. Yeah. Got a problem watching. Let response. What is the error here? Let's try it on the post one first. Users. It is create means post users. Yeah. Name job ID. Let me try to read first two keys. Just name and job. Let us try to read that. No error. Nothing. response also we have. It came to error. What is the key not found? String value name, int value nil. No values associated with key. What is name? Int value nil name underlying error. We are getting some unexpected data from the server. Anyways, seeing what exactly it is. I just want to get JSON object. JSON data. We are having JSON decoder, right? I'm just trying to use that. Sorry, JSON serialization. Try JSON serialization. JSON object. JSON object with data. We're having data. Let's print this data first. We are getting some unexpected data. Yeah, this is what we are getting. Name equal to DND we are getting. Job equal to trainer also we are getting. What is error then? Okay. Created at. Okay. Actually, the data which we are sending, it is unable to read it. We are sending name equal to so and so and job equal to so and so. This is the record, job equal to so and so, name equal to so and so, but it is treating the everything as a key and value is nothing. Why is this so? Name. ఇక్కడ మనం ఏదైతే చేస్తున్నామో డేటాని కన్వర్షన్ చేస్తున్నాం, కన్వర్షన్ లో రాంగ్ ఉంది. అది the server is unable to understand. The server is taking the entire data as a key. The entire data as a key it is considering. This is why, this is how only we do encode user data, encodable. HTTP body. Let's see, is there any other ways to encode? We have all these things. Same thing we are doing here. JSON encoder, try encoding, save encoded somewhere. Try encoding JSON string. Same thing we are also doing, like structure is created. For the structure, then converting that using encoder and encode. Same thing we are also using. The server is unable to read it. See the request first. It is body of raw and JSON. The JSON is the perfect structure which we need to pass name and job. Name and job only we have here. What is wrong? Yeah, user create request, name and job. This is the response. Okay. Name and job, user create request. User create request only we are doing. Maybe try to use this way. I'll check this. Actually, we are following correct syntax only. Maybe somewhere might be wrong. Here, right? Converting our data or record. Let me try to convert in another way. User record equal to try JSON serialization dot data. What is data with the object? JSON object. Any. Yeah. What is the data here? User data. Optionals. At what the printed. Maybe try this way. User record. Seems it failed. Invalid top level JSON to write.
We can try exercises.
Huh?
We can try this as exercise. But time is getting late.
You can try but actually the syntax is same. We need to, whenever we are sending to the server, we need to encode it. Whenever we are receiving it, we are decoding. If you see here, we are decoding the data. JSON decoder we are using. Here, since we are sending the information, we are using JSON encoder. We are converting our objects into data type. Data is a actual type, one type. Data type and sending that, appending that as a HTTP body and sending it. And one more thing here to remember is sometimes the URL request contains some other keys. Some other keys in the sense HTTP add value for header field. Here we use authorization. If you need, if the server, the API needs authorization. Okay, we need to pass the value here. Where authorization code. Okay, this is how we set the HTTP header fields. Header fields in the sense, this is, I can show you some example here. Authorization HTTP headers. Somewhere should be there. Authorization. Yeah, this is the key. If you see here, if you want to set this kind of keys, authorization means basically if anybody wants to access a particular URL, they should be authorized. They should be logged in and valid user, valid session. Okay. In real time, they provide some authorization code. This is the, as and when you logging in, they provide this information. This is the authorization code. Whenever you are hitting any API, you need to pass that key as HTTP header field. This header field, this is how we are setting in the postman bearer space authorization code. This is how we set in code actually programmatically. This is how we do authorization. Sometimes the body what we are having here, right? The body what we are setting here can be sent as part of HTTP header fields only. Sometimes they expect the here actually here they expecting as a raw only, like it is body only. Sometimes The same thing can be expected as header field, name equal to ready, job equal to finder. Sometimes they may expect this way as well. Okay, we are passing it, but it is not created actually. Header fields, setting the header fields is very, very important. The API backend team sometimes expects the information instead of body instead of header fields. Both are interchangeable. Sometimes they expect as a header fields, sometimes they expect it as a body. If they are expecting it as a body, this is how we need to pass. If they are expecting as a header field, this is how we need to pass. This is all about networking. What are the various methods we have? What is the general procedure we follow? This is the native by using native approach. Okay, there is something called column of fire. You can try that as well. Most of the people use column of fire because it is third party and simple, little simple to use. But if you know URL session is very easy, which is native also. I'll tell you why to use, why to prefer native, why not the third party libraries. Okay, if these are updated, we should always checking them. Okay, NS URL session is native. You don't need to pull that back again. Anyways, we have separate session for that using third party libraries, etc. Hope this is clear about the. This is how in real time we follow different URLs and different environments. Okay, different methods. Different people use different approaches. Okay, for each module they create separate methods. Let me stop it.